Hello friends, in this video we will see about matrix multiplication. Usually in all the C programs, you would have seen like matrix multiplication for square matrices. So this program covers matrix multiplication for even for rectangular matrices. So we will see the program now. So first thing is include the header file. The header file has the matrix, all the headers. So this is a separate file. So usually we will be told like it is good enough practice to have the header file separate from the program. So header file is separate and the C program is separate, and then here we are defining a max function which returns an integer value. It gets two values and then it checks for whether the one value is greater than the other value and then returns the values. And then the main program. So main program we are seeing. So first we are declaring few variables. So I, j, k, these three variables are for we will be using those three variables in the for loop, and x, y, m, n are the number of rows and number of columns for the first matrix and the second matrix. And max volume three integers we are defining. We will be using this in order to get the maximum out of the number of rows and number of columns of the first matrix and the second matrix. So first maxval 1 will get the maximum value for m and n, and maxval 2 will get the maximum value of x and y, and maxval 3 will get the maximum value of maxval 1 and maxval 2. So overall maximum value will get. So we will why we will be using this we will soon see. So first we are giving some information about the matrix multiplication. So we are asking the user to enter into the program, and then we are enter the number of rows in the first matrix. We are asking to a user to enter the values, and then enter the number of columns, and then enter the number of rows in second matrix, and then second like number of columns in second matrix. These are integer data types, so we are giving %d, and then double. So double we are seeing we are declaring the like a matrix as a double type data type, because in order to store large value. And then as we had seen, maxval 1 is equal to max of m and like a number of rows and number of columns of the first matrix, number of rows and max value of number of rows and number of columns of the second matrix, maxval 2. Maxval 3 is max of maxval 1 and maxval 2. So if n is not equal to x, so number of columns in the first matrix is not equal to the number of rows in the second matrix, these two values, if they are not going to be same, then we can't do the multiplication. So we are printing that information here. So next, if this is condition is not satisfied, then we are entering into the program. So here if you see, if m greater than or equal to n, if the number of rows of first matrix is greater than number of columns, we are giving the loop first value as maximum value as in the top we are giving m value, and the second value we are giving n value. So we are asking the user to enter those values, and then we are scanning the information from the user, and then we are like a new line character we are printing, and then coming out of this first loop. If this condition is not satisfied, else we are printing like number of columns is greater than number of rows, order of input changes, please see to the element order while typing. Why we are giving is here we will be getting j and I. So first thing is the j value, for example 0 0, first value will be 0 0, next value will be 0 and 1. So 0 and 1, but here how we will be getting the value is 1 0. So here the j value is 1, in here we got the value as 0 1, here we are getting the value as 1 0. So similarly we are getting for the second matrix. So after getting the second matrix, else condition is there, and then after getting that we are going into the matrix multiplication. So matrix multiplication we are having three loops. So first loop we are having the that first value, that is number of first two loops are for the storing the values of the multiplied matrix. So number of rows of the first matrix m is on the here, and number of columns of the second matrix y is here. And then we are initializing the multiplied matrix value as 0 first, and then we are going into the third loop. Here in the third loop, the multiplication will happen like this. If you see, if we write down the matrix as a11 a12 a21 a22, and then b11 b22 b22 b21 b22, like that. If we write down the two matrices and then we multiply, we will see that the matrix multiplication logic will be like this. So this is the matrix for I equal to j, that is number of, if the rowth column is equal to the row, the number is equal to column number, we will get this logic. If the column, otherwise if the rowth number is not equal to the column number, we will get another number, another logic. So we, after doing this case, here we are coming down outside and we are storing this value here, and then we are finally printing down this value. This for the percentage d is the indices, so ij, and final value long float. So this is the data type which we assigned for the matrix. So here we are storing that value, and then we are closing down all the loops, and then since integer is of main is of integer data type, we are returning 0, and then we are like executing that value here, like we're executing the program here. So after executing the program, we are seeing number of columns in first matrix should equal to number of rows in second matrix. So we are mentioning that information, and then number of rows we are entering first we are trying out for square matrix 2 by 2 matrix multiplication. 2 by 2 matrix multiplication, we are entering the values 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. As we can see, we are getting the correct values in the multiplication. And then for the second matrix, we are giving 1 2 2 1. So number of columns is less than the number of rows. So the order of input changes, so please see to the element order while typing. So we are just cautioning the user that information is getting printed. We are giving the values, and finally as 1 by 2 2 by 2 1 by 1 matrix is the final result. So that value is printed here, 77. Next here we are going further down, we are trying out 2 by 3 matrix and 3 by 5 matrix. So we are printing down the information, and then we are getting the values, and then as columns we are entering down all the values here, and then finally we can see we are getting correct values. This has been verified. Thank you.